Well, good evening. Good evening. Clearly was not planning to go live right now, but I don't know any other way to put it other than I am fit to be tied. Let's go.
It's not about our egos. It's about finding Sebastian. Me, Chris, and Katie will begin working together. And if everybody else could just fuck off and put your egos aside, help us find our son. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is the goal of this shit. If you can't get on that, get the fuck. Me and Chris are putting our.
Don't need to listen to that again. So, this is unlike any video I've done on this matter where I've been super calm, melancholy, sad, prayerful, um, fit to be tied. So let me tell you what I got to say about that. I'm going to start with number one. While, while maybe 5% interpreted it as one thing, based on everything I've seen so far, the other 95% interpreted it a different way. And guess what? The 95% of those 95% that interpreted it the way I did, guess what? There's a good chunk of those people who were sending money, sending divers, putting boots on the ground and searching, who just got told to F off if they don't like this new partnership. And this partnership would have made sense 8 weeks ago. It would have made sense February 26th because in initial interviews, Mr. and Mrs. Proudfoot talked about what a wonderful dad Seth was, what great co parenting skills they had, and that they talked all the time and he went to his dad's all the time and all of these things. And then they went on the bashing train, bashing Seth, and left the state, left their home, didn't put their own boots on the ground. So everybody else's money is good. Everybody else's time, effort, um, and physical presence that has been part of the search teams, part of the vigils that have been sending money, donating, trying to get billboards up, signs, flyers, shirts, everything those people are doing. F off if you don't like the fact that I'm now going to partner with the two people on the planet that should have been searching with you from the beginning. That's right. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about a mother who chose to not get her feet dirty looking for her son in the neighborhood, in the bushes, in the forest, in the paths, in the parks. Let's talk about that woman. Let's talk about the woman who defends her husband who took a belt to her son and says, well, he didn't. Oh, he's this. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about partnering with the person who took a belt to your son. Let's talk about the person who has said the nastiest, most horrible things about your son. Let's talk about the people who went on the Sebastian bashing train, the self protection train, but didn't go on the let's say good things about our child. Let's look for our child. No, let's get in our truck and RV, leave the state, and then let's just come back and if and what like where like everybody's supposed to have respect for this decision, for this choice. And hey, I have complained from the beginning about all the fake clickbait videos talking about things that have not happened, didn't occur, all the false leads and running people all over the place with BS contradicting whatever stories, um, wasting times, all the stuff that's happened. Um, I've been biting my tongue, trying to be neutral. And here we are partnering with the people who abused this young man, who did horrible things to this young man while he was here. And then he left, so they left. Well, let me say this. Let me say this. Guess what? They're not going to stick around. They're not going to stick around in partnership. No, this is not. This is a whole bunch of baloney. A baloney. Okay, they're all going to get out of Dodge. They're just going to go and they're just going to do. Life's going to move on. They're not going to hang around. This is not. What kind of mom can leave? I don't give a, you know what? If there were militant armies outside of my house, I'm not leaving my house if my baby's not with me. Nope, not happening. Sorry, not happening. So I don't know who did what, if they did anything at all. But what we do know was done was physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, and neglect. Neglect. Because, yes, leaving the state while your minor child is missing is at a minimum sick, twisted, and neglect. So, excuse me while I go F off, because I hope that I get people that surround me that really care and will take their money and their time and their efforts and will put it towards all the parents that do want to find their children, that have been physically deteriorating their bodies for months and years looking for their kids that they didn't abuse, and nobody's helping them. So, guess what? I don't care if this gets no views, no clicks. This is just the worst situation. Like, this is one of the worst cases one of the worst cases I've ever followed. And this, I will pray for Sebastian. I will look to law enforcement for updates. I will pray to God he comes back. But as far as respect for the people that are involved, that are making decisions to align 8 weeks later, 9 weeks later, how far are we into this? And no respect. I don't have respect. And no, nobody cares if I respect them. That's fine. But you shouldn't either. No, this is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. So guess what? Unless law enforcement comes out with an update, I can pray privately. And this madness, I'm stopping this madness. How about that? So I hope everybody has a good night, because I'm all fired up when I should have been going to bed. And I see this video clip and I'm like, what? What is this? What is this? Like, done. Peace. Have a great night.